Hey, everybody. We're in the holiday season of 2023. And every year I like to come in and just say a little something because it's it's that time of year where we all begin to feel again the loss of those who we love in our life or those that we loved in our life. I think this year is maybe even a little stronger because there's so much going on in the world. We see Africa waking up in ways that we probably never thought and imagined in our lives. We see what's going on still between Russia and the Ukraine. We now see what's going on between Israel and Palestine. And we continue to see what happens here in the United States with civil rights and race relationships there as well. It's just insane. I mean, financial issues, health issues, food issues, healthcare. I mean, everything just seems to be spinning out of control. And don't get me wrong, I do struggle with this, because in my mind, like life has always been like happy, happy, joy, joy for me. And it's not always that. And I've always known that, but it's not always that. But I think to use a better phrase, this has now become like a perfect storm. And everything that's going on now in the world, in this country and other countries, and just on a global scale, I think ultimately it's mankind waking up. That's what I really think it is. And I often feel that this is not life falling apart. This is life falling together, is how I see it. Unfortunately, us humans, we really can't seem to have life come together without there being some type of violence, some type of bloodshed, or some type of life being lost. And to me, that I just can't wrap that around my head. I just think that's just really ridiculous. We have a different level of intelligence. I'm not saying that our level of intelligence is better than any bird or any alligator, though I think most of us think that we're just so much more intelligent than a dog or a cat. I don't think we are. I just think it's just different. That's it. So you would think that with the types of differences that we have in terms of how we're able to think and how we're able to rationalize and how we're able to make choices, that we would be making better choices across the board when it comes to all of these topics. You would think by 2021 that war would be a thing of the past. You would think by 2021, you would think by 2023, I'm going back already, I want to be in the back. You would think that by 2023, war would be a thing of the past. You would think as we're moving into 2024 that healthcare and our bodies and illness would be maybe not a thing of the past, but we'd have a little better grip on it. There's no need for diabetes to be out of control. There's no need for cancer to be out of control. There's no need for high blood pressure to be out of control. And there's certainly no need for these illnesses to now be reaching down deeper into the younger people on the planet. I mean, it's just really, there's no words for it. So when you look at all of that, what's happening in the world on a global level, we look at what's happening in the world on a global level, financially, health-wise, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And now here we come, 2023, holiday season is here, right? Like the holiday season is here, and we're all supposed to be happy and peppy and bursting with love. Typically, historically, holiday season is rough on folks anyway because we've lost so many people in our past, especially once you've reached the age that I am, as those folks a little older than me, those folks a little younger than me. We've lost, a good line of people in our family, in our friends and colleagues. So it's already a tough time of year for so many people because we begin to dwell, we begin to think about all of the loss that we've had. Hell, if I let myself go down the rabbit hole into the abyss, I'd be thinking about my little brother who I lost. I'd be thinking about my sister who I lost, my dad, all four of my grandparents, and a boatload of really close friends. Not only personal friends, but friends of mine from my music career as well. So it's just, so when you think about that side of it, when you think about the losses that we have on a personal level and how difficult that already makes, the holiday season, when you now look at the world and you look at what's going on in this country, you look at what's going on the global scale, and man, let's keep it real. They've already begun the 2024 election campaigns. That's going to be a real circus. I mean, it's just, so when you take all of that, when you look at all what's going on there, okay, in the world, and then you combine it and compile it with our own personal blues that we normally feel anyway for this time of year, well, now I call that the perfect storm. The perfect storm. And how do you survive a perfect storm? How do you not get hit by those big gusty winds? How do you not get bombarded by that 100, 200-foot tidal wave? How do you not find yourself just tumbling and stumbling and falling and tripping up, trying to get up? We've all been to the beach. We've all been hit by that wave. We've been hit by one wave, and then we get up and we're wiping our eyes from that wave. And before we can move our hands to look around, a second wave, pow, hits you and smashes you. I used to love that crap. Actually, I used to love that. It was just catch you off guard, right? And knock you down. And now you're in the water. You're in that second wave. You're tumbling all around again, trying to get your feet planted back into the sand. I have to admit, I used to like that. There was something kind of cool about that to me. But when you put that concept, when you put that on top of what's happening, it ain't fun. When you put it into that kind of perfect storm, that kind of tidal wave, getting hit with that, this ain't fun. By no stretch of the imagination is this fun. So what do you do? What do we do? How do you answer that? What I feel we do is you go within. You go inside. You calm the inside down as much as you possibly can. Maybe you turn off the news a little bit. Maybe we don't watch all the debates and see what's going on. Maybe we back off a little bit in terms of getting out there and being among everybody. Maybe we just kind of go inside this year. Maybe we just go internally. I find that going internally and just going inside of ourselves and trying to find that strength and that faith and that humility within ourselves tends to lighten the storm a little bit, tends to lighten the load a bit. And how do you do that? I have two ways I do that. One is just meditation. And don't get me wrong, sometimes meditation, you sit there and your brain's just, it's just going. And you can't calm it down. You can't stop those thoughts. And meditation, you're supposed to just sit there and those thoughts come through, just recognize it, but let it pass. Recognize it and let it pass. But I know sometimes my brain is going so just crazy on so many different things that I can't do that. So sometimes I just have to get up and stop meditating. And so sometimes what I'll do is I will literally curl up in a corner on the couch, put a blanket or something on me or something with a hoodie or something like that, and just sit there and close my eyes, exhale, and just feel whatever it is I'm feeling. Because whether you're pro or con what's happening in Russia and Ukraine, whether you're pro or con what's happening between Israel and Palestine, whether you're pro or con Trump or Biden and all the other candidates who are running, whether you're pro or con in terms of what's happening still continuously in this country with race relations, you're feeling it. You're feeling those things. And you can't ignore those feelings. And again, when you begin to now take all of those things and mix them together with all the thoughts and feelings of those people who you love, your mom, your dad, maybe a sibling, a cousin, a friend, a spouse, a child that you lost. This time of year, I think about my mom. After the tragic loss of my younger brother, which happened almost 50 years ago. So those out there who have lost a child, I can't imagine. I have 4 children. I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine. So you take something like that and you compound it with what's happening in the world. And sometimes you say, I can't take it no more. That maybe life isn't worth living anymore. But it is. It is. Life is still so worth it to me. You just have to confront the pain. Whether it's the pain of the family member that you lost, or whether it's the pain of what's happening in the world and in this country, or whether it's the pain of them combined to make that perfect storm. We cannot run from the pain. It was a Teddy Pendergrass song back in the day called You Can't Hide From Yourself. Anywhere you go, there you are. Awesome freaking dance tune back in the day. And I remember listening to that song because back then when that song came out, I was really young, like late teens, maybe early 20s when that song came out. And I was like, huh? I was so young, couldn't really put, you can't hide from yourself. Anywhere you go, there you are. But I understood that part. Anywhere you go, there you are. You can't hide from yourself. So then I began to put it together. Oh, snap. Anywhere you go, there you are. I'm over here. Here I am. I'm over here. Here I am. Anywhere I go, there you are. Here I am. So you can't hide from yourself. You can't run from yourself, and you damn sure can't run from your pain. So maybe turn this video off, stop scrolling, get off of social media, turn the television off, stop eating, stop conversations, and just sit down and feel the pain. Give it 20 minutes. I know some people can't do that. You have to sometimes just sit down and feel it. If you're feeling that pain, just sometimes sit down and just feel it. A saying that I learned 15, 16 years ago that's now becoming a very trendy phrase is, what you resist will persist. And as long as you resist that pain, as long as you keep trying to run from the pain, as long as you keep trying to hide from yourself, it just amplifies and amplifies and amplifies. You begin to push it down, down, down more into the body. And then the body begins to take on that pain. Then you wonder why your back hurts. Then you wonder why your head is hurting. Or why you got gut issues or whatever may be going on physically at that point. This is all stress. We are living in an extremely stressful time. An extremely stressful time. The human brain is so old and so ancient. It has not adapted to be able to keep up with all that's going on this planet now. The brain is used to being out in the woods, out in the forest, climbing mountains, in the trees, maybe running from a bear or trying to get away from a wolf, or if you're swimming, trying to get away from some type of jellyfish or a shark or whatever it may have been at that time. or maybe another tribal member or whoever, a fist fight. But it's not ready to handle all that's happening now, all the technology, all the fighting, all the differences, all the stuff. It hasn't caught up. I believe it will, but it hasn't. The brain is always molding and shaping. It's not static and it's not linear. It's always molding and shaping, but it does it in nature's pace. And we all know nature is slow as hell according to our bodies. Nature is real slow. So what does that mean? That just means in our lifetime, no matter how young you are, in our lifetime, in this moment of life now, the brain is not going to catch up with all of this. So it means that we as individuals have to slow ourselves down. And again, that means turning off the news sometimes or getting it in tidbits. Get off of Instagram, get off of Facebook, get off of TikTok. Stop listening to all the talking heads. Because frankly, nobody knows jack shit on how this is going to all pan out. So all the talking heads and all these predictions, Trump's going to win, Biden's going to win again, this is going to happen, Ukraine's going to lose, Russia's going to win, Ukraine's going to win, Russia's going to lose. Will Israel and Palestine and Hamas, will it stop? It'll never stop. It might stop. It's going to stop tomorrow. No. Yo. The money crisis. Is there enough money? Do we have enough money? Is this going to happen? Is there going to be a civil war in the States? Is this going to, like, damn. How much input can the eyes and the brain handle? On a physical level, how much input can it handle? Not a hell of a whole lot, in my opinion. So what it means is that it's up to you. It's up to everyone individually to make a conscious choice and a conscious effort to say, let me stop. And I believe if you do that, the next thing will happen is that we're not contributing to all the negativity. I find it kind of funny. We all want peace. Everybody wants peace. Personally, you might think this is a pipe dream, but personally, I believe peace can happen in a single day. People are laughing when I say that. I see you out there laughing now. You stop for a minute and give yourself 5 minutes to think about that and ask yourself, why can't peace happen on a global scale in a single day? Especially with technology. 24 hours, peace could be achieved on this entire planet. But let me rewind for a minute. Everybody wants peace. Everybody wants peace so much. Everybody's tired of the violence. But yet, we're all contributing. In one way or another, everyone is contributing to sustaining the violence, to sustaining the anger, sustaining the rage. We're all contributing into it. So when do we take that step back and say, I'm not contributing to this nonsense? I'm not. When do we take that step back and do that? Will your ego allow you to do it? Your ego's here to protect you, sure. No doubt about it. Your ego's here to protect you. But there's still your consciousness. And everybody on the planet knows right from wrong. That's embedded in us. That's an energy field. That's energy that comes right up to it. Everybody knows right from wrong. You know right from wrong as well as you know left from right. So if we all know, how come it seems to be so difficult? Greed. Everybody wants to land. Everybody, okay, yeah, that's very true. But when do you stop? Like, when do we stop? So this holiday is going to be super tough, I believe, for everyone. not just those of us who are in my age group, but for those of us who are also younger, because the younger folks are having a more difficult time too. Those who go to college, paying off college tuitions with a little job is almost impossible. Those who don't go to college are out there struggling, trying to make it on their own, doing their own business, making their own money the best way they can. Pick your poison. It's all difficult. So no matter who you are, it doesn't matter. Whoever you are, holiday season 2023, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a little rough. But with all of that, with that perfect storm coming up, don't lose sight that life is still the best deal in town. It is still the best deal in town. We live on a beautiful planet. We live among beautiful animals. We are among the beautiful animals. We are one of the beautiful animals. We just don't see it, or we just choose not to see it. So I think it's time for us human beings to look in the mirror and look deeply into our eyes. As comfortable as that may be, look in the mirror and look deep into your eyes and say, hey, how can I no longer contribute to all the crap that's going on in the world? Because understand, when you're watching that news, if you don't like Biden and you're watching stuff about Biden and Biden, if you're watching the news and you're watching that stuff about Trump and you hate Trump and Trump, you're contributing. You're contributing. You are contributing. So don't watch it. Like, back up off it. Don't watch it. If you're pissed off between Palestine and Israel, for whatever your reasons may be, if you're pissed off, don't watch it. Don't contribute to it. Don't add to it. What we focus on grows. And all we've been doing as a group of people on this planet is focusing on fighting, war, money, greed, violence. That's all we've been focusing on. So let's take the focus off of that. Can you do it? Can you do it? So there's a ton of good in the world. There's a ton of good on the planet. There's a ton of good inside of you. How about taking the focus off of all this crap that's going on in the world and focusing it on the good stuff that's going on in the world? Focus on that. Focus on the positive things. Focus on the things that make you feel good inside. Focus on the things that make your brain go, oh, that feels good. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on loving someone else. Just focus on the good stuff. Focus on love. Focus on the love. Because what we focus on grows. So focus on the love. And I think if we use this holiday season to focus on the love, I think that perfect storm will be a little less. We can't control everything and everybody around us. Lord knows I've tried. It has caused me serious internal damage. How dumb am I? We can't control everything around us. We can control ourselves. And focusing on ourselves and focusing on loving ourselves more and focusing on loving things around the world and cool things around the world, let Trump, Biden, everybody else, let them do what they do. Y'all over there do your thing, man. We gonna focus on this over here because y'all are just, it's just too much negative crap, man. It's just too much. At least for me, it is just too much. So I hope you listened deeply to my message here. It's 2023. We're in the holiday season. Love it, enjoy it, have fun. Spend some time with yourself. Just sit on that couch or sit in that chair and feel whatever you need to feel and focus on the good stuff. So just sit in that chair, feel whatever you need to feel, and focus on the good stuff. And I think it just might help you ease through the holiday a little bit more, because you can best believe when 2024 comes in and New Year's is over, all of the campaigning madness is going to start. We are going to get so bombarded with campaigning madness, and we are going to hear people say some very divisive things. And we are going to hear people say things that are going to trigger every emotion in your body. But if they trigger you, guess what? That's not their fault. That's you. So hopefully you learn to control your triggers. All right? So I want to wish everybody a very, very happy holiday season. Enjoy it. Enjoy everything. Enjoy the festivities. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Just enjoy the time. Give some thought into and some memories of the people that you lost. Say hi to them. I love you. I miss you. Wish you were still here. And then go ahead and enjoy your holiday. All right? Thank you so much for listening. Happy holiday. And as my grandmother would say, keep on living. Night out.